Hello, my friends. Well, this video is a gardening video, a specific gardening video. You're going to see Brendan and I out in the garden doing something that we both never done before, and it was a success. 2 nights ago, I read up on how to do all this. This is something that Moosie has been wanting Brendan and myself to do for quite a while now. And I wanted to get this done before he came home. So I put a little makeup on. It's definitely mostly gardening, gabbing and updating you on my Moosie. All about us working around the cottage, trying to make it comfortable, homey, and definitely autumnal. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. There's the 2 wine glass pumpkin candle holders that Debbie and I made 2.5 weeks ago. And I still haven't glued on the little berries and leaves that I want to glue on here or maybe up here. And I still have to touch it up. Well, it's Thursday morning. Brendan arrived, and we are doing the replanting, transplanting, and cutting iris. Now, Brendan has just cut one of the roots. Rhizomes, I think they call it. These are the iris. We're leaving the roots, and this is what we want. Now, right now, we're just getting them out of this huge ball that was in the urn. We've turned it upside down. The whole thing came out nicely, and look what we're doing. Brendan, where's your fork here? Yeah, we're very carefully pulling all the dirt away and trying not to disturb roots. That's the clock. And now, I think we've got some here. Now we're going to turn it upside down and see what we can pull out. Now we're separating them. See what you can get there. Anything?
This one right here.
You see one?
It's right here.
Can you get it and leave the roots? You got it, I think. Okay, now let's see that root up close. It's got roots, nice long roots. It's got the root ball, and dust it off a bit, and then Brendan is going to cut it. Where's it?
Oh, here it is.
And then you can see, so it's got a lot of roots. We don't want to let the roots get cut off if we can. And now he's going to cut it in a fan shape, about 6 to 8 inches above on a diagonal. Becoming a gardener here.
A little bit of a green thumb.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
This is great. Well, we'll see how many we can resurrect.
There we go.
Beauty. Just a beauty,
Just
Brendan.
like that.
Absolutely perfect. I found a big one with a good root system, a good healthy top, and I thought that this little extra bulb here might have been one that lost its roots, but it seems to be attached, so I'm going to leave that and cut it. Diagonal cuts. It's going to be fun doing this. I wonder how many we're going to find.
Probably a lot.
Voila.
A lot more.
Well, this is our next project. The other urn, Brendan just dumped it upside down, and this is what we have. Now we're working on the second urn, and this is sort of a double, but this part only has some tiny little short roots. This is a big. Do I separate these? Look at the roots on these. I think I will. What'd you get, Brendan?
I just got a double root.
Oh, you got a biggie, huh?
But there's no stems on this one.
Oh, okay. Or should you leave that on then? That's been our estimate. The length of those roots are a foot?
I don't know.
Yes, at least.
Yeah.
If not more. Isn't that amazing?
Great.
So we're very carefully wiggling this big ball now that we're working on it, but we don't want any of these roots to, look, here's another one. We don't want any of these roots to be cut off. Now, Brendan is working on the second urn. Brendan is filling up the urns again. We've made sure they're still draining, and we're using some of the good dirt for the bottom. And then we're using brand new potting soil for the top, because you don't plant these too awfully deep. This helps with the drainage. the perlite. I use this little tiny white stuff, and this I use a lot for my succulents. Yeah, there's another bag of it over there too. Good. That's what I'm putting in too. They say tomato and rose food is also good for irises. So 2 urns full. Well, how do you feel so far about the project?
I'm feeling good. We're about halfway through all these bulbs. We just got this full urn planted. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 7 in here.
Well, Brendan and I have been working for about 2 hours out here. Fortunately, it's not too hot this morning, so we're doing okay. And we have managed to take both of those urns of the iris, to put my water down, and we have managed to dump them upside down and actually separate all these guys. Will you look at the roots on some of these iris? Now these are the iris, and look at this one. I want to get up close. Can you see that? Isn't that amazing? These are called rhizomes. They're not called bulbs when it's iris, I guess, because Moosie wanted us to get this job done, and Brendan has been a fantastic help. We have probably transplanted about 40 of these, but this time, instead of putting 20, 25 in each urn, we've only put 7 in the urns because Moosie said to plant them 4 to 6 inches apart. So that's all we got in each urn, about 7. But in the half barrels now are hopefully in the spring going to get some beautiful irises, not just one like we did this year. But these are the ones that come from Idaho. When we were up there 2 years ago, Billy and Bonnie's best friend did have a gorgeous iris garden, and Bonnie, she had given bulbs to Bonnie, and she sent us home with a bunch, particularly for Moosie, and they are the most gorgeous things. The first year we planted them, that spring, we had a bunch of them, and they're gorgeous purples and pinks and whites and all different colors. I read that you do cut it like a fan on the diagonal, so we did that. And you must leave a little bit of the bulb showing, so you only dig down probably about 6 to 8 inches and plant them in there like that. Now we're working on the half barrels. He's got 10 or 12?
10.
10. What do you think, Mose? My overalls on today. They're a little dirty but I love these, my garden overalls. And I read that you don't have to put the bulbs back into the ground for 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks more to get some more potting soil and to get these babies planted. We have about a dozen more, and I'm so thrilled. Look at the way Brendan cut these on a diagonal in a fan shape, and look at the roots. We have done well. We've planted 2 giant half barrels, I think they're called, that I did have in there, that the flowers that I did have in there originally had gone south. So we used those, and then we did repot the 2 urns that were on the entry to the garden. And Moosie was so thrilled. We FaceTimed Moosie in the hospital. He was just getting his lunch, and of course he wanted to talk to Brendan. And Brendan told him everything that we did. And I did take video for you, so you would see it too. And he'll get to see all that later. But I'm finished for the day. I'm gonna go in and definitely take a shower. Maybe a new hairdo, I don't know. I think the pigtails and the upsweep are definitely gonna be here for another month at least. But I did break 1 nail. Gonna clean my nails. I'm sorry, I looked for my gloves and I couldn't find them anywhere. But, you know, Brendan had his gloves, but he took them off because, you know, sometimes when you're digging away and you're doing well, the gloves just don't work. So we have a lot of extra pots. We used up down in the bottoms with some tiny stones and rocks and things to fill up the bottom part of these big tubs, and then brand new potting soil and fertilizers and various other things in the top. I'm thrilled to death that we got this job done. Now I can concentrate on showing Brendan what else we have to do this week and next week. are getting the house ready for Moose's mobility around the house. A lot to do still. And now I am going to rest and drink some more water. And maybe play with my pumpkins. I'm dying to get to that Mod Podge of flowers on the white and green pumpkins. I think I'm gonna get flat on my back in bed, and maybe I'm gonna try and find something to eat. Haven't eaten yet, and it's 1 o'clock. We can fit about 7 if you count 4 to 6 inches apart in each urn. 2 of the half barrels with more. Brendan has planted them the required 4 to 6 inches apart, and another one over here. So hopefully in the spring we should have wonderful irises coming up. It's still pretty full of flowers. The garden really is looking quite nice now. Still have some lilies too over there. Brendan did a great job of weeding. Matt used to do this, but Matt's been so darn busy. Look at my flowers. These are the ones that I'm using in my Mod Podging the pumpkins with florals, dried flowers. But I'm drying them with my iron. I love old pavers. They help me walk so much better through here. Still have some of the last roses of summer coming, and about 8 tomatoes still. Well, I don't know whatever possessed me to cook after that strenuous workout in the gardens today, but I had some colossal shrimp. I showed you what I made after working for 3 hours yesterday. I don't know why, but I came in and I put on a big pot of boiling water. I just had my pasta urge. I haven't had pasta in 3 or 4 weeks. And so I did do a shrimp and pasta dish with some green chilies and onions and I don't know what else I threw in there, some Tabasco sauce. And oh, and the dressing was made out of some fire roasted tomatoes and some sour cream. It was so good. So I had a little bowl of that last night, and that was the only thing that I ate yesterday. So I was another pound down this morning. I love that. I'm not hungry in the daytime. I don't know whether it's because I'm running around using up energy, but what I'm eating is evidently enough to keep me from not being hungry, and I'm sort of used to intermittent fasting. I don't really get hungry until 1 or 2 in the afternoon, so that meal is almost a onesie for me. Just now at 3 o'clock, I made it into a cold salad. There was a lot left. Because I didn't eat a lot again, I ate a small bowl, but I added some mayonnaise to it and some marinated artichokes and a little bit of artichoke juice, which kind of spiced it up. And I made it into a cold little pasta salad, and I had a little bowl of that. Drinking lots of water too. Today, I had a good sleep last night, and I woke up at about 6:30. And normally I would go to the bathroom and maybe go back to sleep for a little while, but I'm back to my old self where I enjoy the early morning hours. So I got up, went in, made my coffee, put my collagen in, got back in bed, enjoyed my coffee, and at 7 o'clock I said, I'm getting up and out of here. I feel so good. I'm gonna go out and work outside. We are getting ready for the social worker to come and for Moosie's homecoming, and there's a lot to do in clearing out. I think you know, I've told you I have to take my my Art Deco dressing table out, but I found a place for it in the shed. We have to do a little clearing of things there. So Brendan and I worked today for another 3 hours this morning. I can't believe I'm as chipper as I am. It's 2 o'clock and I've been resting for about half an hour. Brendan did so much for me. Can you see what I did? He packed up all my blue dishes in bubble wrap. I was out at 7 on my own, working out there, clearing a whole area of tubs, filled up a whole trash can with, I was in a good mood. I think a cat just went by out there. So I filled up a whole trash pail with just stuff. And I did find some things that I've been looking for a while, but I cleared a whole area in front of the cottage, and I cleared up 4 or 5 tubs, which we needed to pack up some of the things in here. My painting supplies in this cabinet up here, so that I can put my jewelry and things in there. I'm thinking about places to put stuff without totally purging my goodies. And Brendan cleaned out the fireplace down on his hands and knees. In fact, I took a picture for Moosie. Got all the ashes and half burnt up wood out. He was a love. Vacuumed inside. Worked his little heart off today for me. Again, and yesterday. And so we take pictures for Moosie and send them. And Moosie's so thrilled out at the progress we're making. Now, can you see? My blue china is all packed up and ready to go. I did keep a couple of big urns out, but I did get out there, and Brendan brought my big tub of fall stuff in, and I did do some things. Now, I have not started that decoupage with the pressed flowers yet, because that's something I want to relax and do that at my leisure, which I don't know when that's going to happen. But if you can see on the corner here, and I did a close-up of the fireplace decor, and here are my 2 wine glasses that W and I painted, what, 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. Still haven't put the thing on, although I did find my glue gun, but that's a craft too, and I will get to that. But I have 2 little candles on top, and you can see that. The pretty wreath, which I love, got that at Big Lots 2 years ago, when Colleen and I went shopping for fall stuff. And I love that. The colors are beautiful. Put a wreath on the door. So we're all autumnaled out around here. And Moosie has told me that he's so happy that things are getting done around here that I can skip a day or 2 here and there. He has other people that come and visit him anyway. He'll have some of the grandkids stop by, and Margie, when she gets off school, can make a quick visit. Dubby, too. And Matt, when he can get the chance. So Aiden, he's another grandson that's been popping in. So far, so good. And he seems to be still on that turn, as he calls it, the turning the corner, except for yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, the manufacturer of that great big neck collar that he wears came, and it's a significant collar. It pushes his cheeks up like chick mumps, can't move his chin too much to talk, and it goes all the way down to here. It's rigid, and of course, he broke his neck and the top 2 bones, which are the worst to break. So it's been bothering him, and as the pain doctor said, the last time I went to the hospital was yesterday morning, I think. I can't remember. No, I was working with Brendan yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. And the pain doctor came in, and he said the pain is probably that he's still having a little bit of is still from the neck brace. Not only that, but the wound or the break. And so they sent the manufacturer of the neck brace in, who adjusted it yesterday. And at first he felt fine, and then about an hour later he realized it was too tight. So fortunately the fellow was still in the building. So he came in, adjusted it again, but it was not good the rest of the day. So he was hoping that today the pain doctor would come back and do what he did to adjust it and get it fixed up for him again. So he's optimistic. He's doing well with the PT. And he's wearing the white V-neck t-shirts I saw. He's now able to speak well enough, clear enough, to send out little videos to the kids, the little ones. And he sent a video yesterday to little Annie and Kelly because Kelly's been asking about Moosie's boo-boos. She's always concerned about Moosie's boo-boos whenever we visit. So he sent a little video. You know, I hope it didn't scare the kids because he still needs to shave and his cheeks are up and he's got the big bandage up on his head. But he sang "You Are My Sunshine" to them, and little Annie loved it. So I'm glad he did that. Now he still has to somehow get back to Tessie. Tessie, one of our granddaughters, one of Debbie's daughters, sent him the most beautiful, beautiful, they were all for years, very, very close. And she sent him a beautiful text, how much in love they are. And so cute. And I don't know whether he saw it. Sometimes he has trouble with getting on his phone. So I'm going to have to talk to Tessie and talk to Moosie about that one. He still has to FaceTime with our grandson Billy's little kids, Tegan and Hayden, and he's trying to catch up on all that now that he is, seems to be on a lower pain dose, lucid and optimistic. I'm excited, and he is thrilled with the work that Brendan's been doing around here, his buddy Brendan. As you can see, I'm still in my work clothes, but I always loved this shirt anyway. This is one of those ones that's years old. That's the thing I'm not purging, are some of my favorite clothes. I'm not buying anything at all. With what Debbie sends over and what I have, I'm doing great. No problem. Oh, by the way, I've decided I'm going to make a trip tomorrow back to that Mexican grocery store, and I'm going to get another one of those shrimp cocktails. I just have been dreaming about those foods, and someone said that they're familiar with them, someone up north, and that they have some of those stores there, and they said, try their tamales. They're out of this world, and also the guacamole. So I might pick up some of those too for my weekend. Thank you for binging. Thank you for watching and your prayers. What can I say? My friends, I don't see too many people right now sticking around here, or I go to the hospital, and that's it, just back and forth. I'll see you real soon, my friends, again. Bye for now. I just love you to pieces, and God bless us all.